Okay. Hi. My name is Angel. Welcome to my channel. And today I have a thrift haul for you. Literally the best thrift haul that I've ever had. I don't know how I got so lucky. I feel like the universe truly blessed me. So we went to 3 different thrift stores and I found every single one of these books at the last thrift store we went to. And I honestly was kind of debating not even going there because they don't have a very large book selection, but I hadn't been there in a while, so I decided, why not? We'll just go. We're already out. I want to find some books, and I hadn't gotten lucky before then, so basically, thank goodness I decided to go to that third thrift store. So 2 of the books I have already read, so I'll talk about those first. We have Empire of Wild by Sherry Demeline, who is one of my favorite authors. Well, she is the author of one of my favorite books, which is The Marrow Thieves. I absolutely love this cover. This book has been on my TBR, so I was obsessed when I found it. I also didn't realize till I got home, but it's an ARC. It's an advanced reader's copy, so super stoked about that. Really enjoyed this book. If you want to know my more in-depth thoughts, you can watch my April wrap-up where I talk about it. Then I found The Writing Retreat, which I believe just came out in February, and it's a book of the month edition, so that was super cool to find. Already read this one as well, so if you're interested in my thoughts, that's in my April wrap-up. It's a good little thriller. Then I found Station 11 by Emily St. John Mandel. Gosh, that is a name. I don't even know entirely what this book is about. I think it's like sci-fi, dystopian, something about a pandemic, but I've seen it everywhere and I've seen really, really good things and it sounds like something that I would enjoy, so really excited to read this one. Then I found Zombie by Joyce Carol Oates. This one I actually just recently added to my TBR. I love really messed up and disturbing horror, and I was told that that's what this book was, so I hope it delivers. I'll probably read it pretty soon, but it was pretty cool to find it. Okay, this next book I got because I read it when I was a kid and I wanted to read it again as an adult just to see if I still think it's as good as I thought it was, and that book is Touching Spirit Bear. I'm sure some of you guys have read this before. Like I said, I just wanted to reread it, so I found it at the thrift store. Why not? It's like $2, so might as well, and we'll see if it's actually good or if I just thought it was good when I was a kid. Then this book really caught my attention by the title. It is called Leech Girl Lives by Rick Claypool. This cover is really, really interesting. It reminds me of like old like 60s-ish sci-fi that you would see. And that's what it is. It's a sci-fi book about a girl who, I don't know, something happens to her and her arms are now leeches. It sounds ridiculous and weird, and that's why I decided to buy it. And it was really funny because I looked it up on Goodreads and I think it's got 23 reviews or 23 ratings overall, so we'll see. Maybe I have just discovered a new favorite. Maybe I can be ahead of the curve with this one. Then I got The Road by Cormac McCarthy. This one has also been in my TBR because I know a lot of people say that it's like a good horror book. I don't even know what the heck it's about. Post-apocalyptic novel. A father and his son walk alone through burned America. Nothing moves in the ravaged landscape save the ash on the wind. I don't know. I think it's supposed to be kind of messed up and kind of dark, and I'm sure plenty of people have read it. It's a very popular one, but it's been on my TBR, so why not buy it when you see it at the thrift store? Then I found Snuff by Chuck Palahniuk. I don't know if I pronounced that correctly, but he is the author of Fight Club, which I actually haven't read Fight Club, but I have read Haunted by him, Damned, and Doomed as well, and some of them I loved more than others. I really loved Damned, and I've heard mixed reviews about this book, but I do want to read more of his stuff, so I decided to pick it up. Then I found The Martian by Andy Weir. This one has been on my TBR for a very, very long time. He is the author of Project Hail Mary, which is one of my all-time favorite books, and I know I really need to read this one because this is his very, very popular one. I've seen the movie. Love it, love sci-fi, love his writing, so should be good. And last but not least, I got a book that is a little out of character for me. I don't read fantasy, but since I found this, I decided I would pick it up, and it's interesting because this is the one book where I said, I don't read fantasy, but if I ever do try out a fantasy book, it'll probably be this one, and that is A Court of Thorns and Roses. Yes, I know, ACOTAR. They had one of the other ones in the series there as well, but I don't know if I'm even gonna like this, so I don't want to buy the whole thing. And it's a hardcover too, which is interesting because typically you just see people with the paperbacks, so that's cool. I will read this at some point to give it a try. Maybe it'll make me love fantasy, maybe not, but don't expect me to read it anytime soon. I gotta wait until I'm like in the mood for it. So that is all the books that I got in this thrift store haul. I was absolutely stoked, and I'm still stoked. Like, I don't know how I got so lucky just finding like one after the other on these shelves at this thrift store. And like I said, they don't have a very big book selection, so it was insane how many good books I found, or how many books I found that were on my TBR, so I could justify buying them. Well, that's it for my thrift haul. If you guys have read any of those, let me know. Am I gonna like ACOTAR? I don't know. Tell me your thoughts. And thank you so much for watching.